Picture a land of pyramids and gold, not in Egypt, but in ancient Nubia, where a remarkable queen once stood against the mightiest empire the world had ever seen. This is the story of Queen Amanirenas, the one-eyed warrior who dared to challenge Rome itself. In the 1st century BCE, Rome was at its peak. After conquering Egypt, they turned their hungry eyes south to the wealthy kingdom of Kush. But they didn't expect what awaited them there, a fierce queen who would become legend. Amanirenas wasn't your typical ruler. She was a Kandake, a title given to warrior queens of Nubia, and she lived up to every letter of that name. When Roman forces began pressing into her territory, she didn't cower behind palace walls. Instead, she personally led her armies into battle, fighting alongside her soldiers with a ferocity that would be remembered for centuries. The clash between Rome and Kush was epic. In one particularly fierce battle, Amanirenas was wounded, losing an eye. But rather than retreating, she wore her injury like a badge of honor, turning it into a symbol of her determination. Her people didn't see a disfigured queen. They saw a warrior who had sacrificed for them. What makes this story even more extraordinary is that Amanirenas wasn't just fighting any Roman general. She was taking on Augustus Caesar himself, the first Roman emperor. Think about that for a moment. A Nubian queen challenging the most powerful man in the known world. And here's the most incredible part: she succeeded. Through brilliant military strategy and sheer determination, Amanirenas fought Rome to a standstill. In the end, Augustus had to negotiate a peace treaty with her, marking one of the few times Rome had to compromise rather than conquer. Today, when we think of ancient rulers who defied Rome, we often remember Cleopatra or Hannibal, but perhaps it's time we also remembered Amanirenas, the one-eyed warrior queen who proved that the mightiest empire in history wasn't invincible after all.